to give us much more information about what we would have for today and what to expect during the bootcamp. All right, so I'm Stephen George. I'm the community manager for FiTech. And at FiTech, what we do is that we are an all-inclusive tech community. We offer support to techies across different fields, across different stack. And one of the way we offer support to techies is by organizing a well-structured bootcamps. Most of our bootcamps, what we do is that we try to make the path way, way shorter for you in your learning experience. So I know that most of us on this call are registered for these cohorts. Maybe we want to go into data science, want to do on-chain data science and so on like that. And that's why FiTech is here. So to make your journey way shorter, way easier, and to take you hands-on throughout the whole process. Though Indy will be giving us much more information on the structure and so on. So we also at FiTech, we provide most of our bootcamps, or all of our bootcamps rather, we provide mentors, we provide sub-mentors. The idea of the mentors is that the mentors guide you and the sub-mentors also support you. So we'll still be getting more updates from the cohort coordinator. And at FiTech, we are a very large community and a small community. Let me explain. A very large community to accommodate as many persons or as big as you are. And we're also a small community to also accommodate as little or as small as you are. So just consider FiTech as a home, yes, for techies. So it's a place where you can collaborate, where you can partner up, you can build projects, you get to see information, you get to see gigs and so on like that. So we have a Discord channel. So for most all right. This can you confirm if you can hear me from your end? Just the reaction, please will do. All right. So sorry about that. I had a slight network glitch. So most of our bootcamps, like I was saying, we use the Discord for coordination, and that's the same thing that will be happening in Discord. Also be using the Discord to coordinate the bootcamps. So please feel free to network, feel free to collaborate, feel free to learn, feel free to grow in your journey. And I wish you the possible best going forward. So at this point, I think I've introduced FiTech enough. And I also encourage us that follow our socials, please follow us on Twitter and also the YouTube channel. That's where we'll be dropping the recording of each section. So ensure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. So I'll be handing over to Indy on the call. Indy will be the coordinator for this particular cohort. We'll be passing out the whole information, both the partnership we're having with Dune Africa, how the bootcamp is going to be structured, the timing, and probably there will also be section for question and answer. So over to you, Indy, GM Indy, and over to you.
Good day, everybody. Please, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please, I'd like to see a reaction. If you can hear and see me. Okay, that's good. So I'm putting on the camera so that you can, if you can see me though, so you can see my face and know what I look like in real time. So in case you see me anywhere, you know that in case you see that on the thank you very much. So this boot camp is for, as we said, data science in the workplace. And to give you a quick rundown of why we had this boot camp, we started out last year actually. We were at Lagos with some friends of mine. I think one of them is on this call. And I started asking questions to different people, and because I'm a data scientist, and we started asking different questions, even though I'm also a developer. And the more we spoke, the more I began to understand that at the time I was new into Web3, that there's a lot of data that was not being used. A lot of companies in the Web3 space had spoiled basically, majorly because people did not really understand what to do with their data. Sure, they understood the technicalities, they could get grants, they could do a couple of other things, but they did not understand how to make this thing continuous, and how to continuously basically make informed decisions. So that was where the entire idea came from. So last year I spent most of it learning different tools I learned a couple of things that I'm going to share in the bootcamp. It was well structured for everyone to learn. And I put myself out there basically and I got a lot of experience. And that's what we're sharing in the bootcamp. So this bootcamp right now is because there are so many people right now coming into the Web3 space. Some are data scientists, some are technical writers, and they are confused. What are we going to do? Web3 is quite complicated. We know it as people who normally write code, or maybe if you're a designer, sure that's a thing, or maybe if you know how to trade. That's what people always know it as. But no, there is everything in Web3, right? And this bootcamp is just a section that tell you that, okay, yes, for those who are into data science, you don't have to switch, you don't have to go learn something new. You don't have to go and inconvenience yourself and go through the whole route of Solidity and Cairo and Rust and also a whole lot of unnecessary things just because you want to take part of the Web3 cake. That is why we are here. Along the line, while this bootcamp was being structured, we reached out to another community. It is called Dune Africa. So Dune is a tool that I'm immediately going to be using to teach this cohort, majorly because of its use of ease and the fact that for newbies it's good, and also how the reach it has, the amount of change it has. So Dune is a major thing used for hackathons and grants and bounties out there in Twitter and all around. So that is why we picked Dune, and that was why we partnered with Dune Africa. Some of the Dune African team were supposed to be on this call, but they could not make it. I'm also part of the Dune Africa team, so I guess I'm representing them. So that is so we partnered up with them, and I also spoke to a couple of people out there who have products, who are currently building their products right now. And at the time when we're finishing this class, most of their projects should have gone live. So if you do really well, you could likely speak to them so that they could, put you on something after the cohort. Although that's not a promise, it's just something that we are trying to work on. We really hope it happens. Now, the entire concept of Web3 analytics is this: is that data every single time you make do something on in the Web3 space, whether you're writing whether you're writing code, making a transaction, whatever you're doing, right? Something actually takes out record of this. If you trade, you know that every single time you make a trade, it can show in your portfolio the speed of what you're doing. If you use a wallet and you send money out there, there's information that comes out of it after you make a transaction, right? How much you sent and all those things. Now those data are not irrelevant, right? Most times we just see these numbers and we're like, okay, they are quite irrelevant. It's not really irrelevant. It is necessary for a whole lot of things. And I think I will leave it to the mentors to go deep down into exactly what these things mean, but it's quite useful. And different chains, different projects, different products are trying to make sense of these numbers. Sure, they know people who can write a few queries, but the entire point of being an analyst is to be able to make informed decisions with the data that is there. So that was basically the conversations I had with people when I was in Lagos, and I realized the need for the boot camp. So I work with FiTech, work with in Africa, and we have what we have today. That is on the bootcamp side. Secondly, the people here in this call right now were actually handpicked. The people in this cohort, we could not have too many intake of too many people because we've done that before and we saw how it was. I mean, some of you in this call, I reached out to you personally because of the bootcamp. Not all, anyways, but some few of you was because over time I see your ability to be able to stay consistent because you know how bootcamps can be. The first week everybody's excited, and after a while people tend to leave. But I really hope that the people who were picked for this call are not like that and be able to stand the test of time. So how the course is going to be structured is divided into three parts. The first part is a summary of analytics in general. So we got people working in this in people already in the job market right now who have gotten a couple of promotions to take this part. You're going to have four mentors to handle this. You're first going to learn Python, you're going to learn SQL, and you're going to learn how to use GitHub. Now, why GitHub is because naturally that's where we store our code, right? That's where we store our code, and basically GitHub is your portfolio, basically. But that is where you store our code. So somebody's going to teach you how to use GitHub, how to merge, how to resolve Git conflicts, and all that. You're also going to learn introduction to Python. This is assuming that not everybody here knows Python. But if you do know Python, it's a plus for you because you can use that time to just catch up on things that you don't remember. It's just to explain a little of Python to you, then go into GitHub, then also going to teach you a little of data science with Python. The reason is because Dune itself, though it's a website, it's a platform where you can go and query your data. Not everybody might want to necessarily write SQL code, right? If you want to call the API, so that you can use it on your Google Lab or on your system or on your VS Code, that's also an option. So that is why another reason why we use Dune again, so that you have that use of use. If you're good with JavaScript, that is also something you can do. You can also call the API and then use it on your system. That also works. Um, Also, after that, then we are going to learn SQL. So Doom itself is an SQL based platform. It uses Trino SQL, but SQL is basically SQL, but it's just a different variant of it. Sure, some things are different, but we are trying to assume that not everybody knows these things. So just a very brief summary of it. So it take about a month. And after that, we are going to go into the technical writing part. Now, why technical writing? There are two ways to interpret data. For those of you here who are already in the analysis space, you know that you either use dashboards or you use reports. Now, it depends on where you're working now, who you're working for, and all that. But we don't want to take any chances and just to try to make dashboards. No, you should be able to write a decent report. For this, we have a mentor who is very skilled. She's a writer. She's been doing it for the past 2 years now, or 3 years. She's worked in different companies. She's worked freelance. She's won grants just because of her writing. So she's tested and trusted, and she's going to take you for the 1 month class. Oh, sorry, for the 1 week class of technical writing. Is For when I say 1 week, I mean you have classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The time will be communicated to you because the mentors themselves, we have to also consider them because some of them are working. So within the time where they will be free, most likely by 11 or 12 in the morning is when they will take the classes. For the few that will not be that might not be available, they might take in the evening. But most likely your classes will be in the morning. So when I say a week, I don't mean just take classes and then you have assignments. So she's going to walk you through everything you need to know about writing and basically content writing because you need to know how to present your product. She can tell you the apps. She can tell you how to also structure your GitHub readme and everything. Where to put in pictures, where to use AI, where not to use AI, how to dodge those AI or whatever. She's going to take her time and do everything, right? It's going to be relatively easy for you. Then from there, we're going to go into the actual technical side, which is the Web3 side. So instinctively, you can actually pick up a Dune query, yes, if you're already conversant with what's the word with analysis and then just figure it out, right? But we don't want this to be the case. So we're going to also teach you solidity, a little of Web3 and smart contracts, right? 2 week Web3 and smart contract lesson, where you first learn what Web3 is all about, learn the technical terms, DeFi, transactions, and everything you need to learn about Web3. Sorry, I'm not using the very Web3 technical terms. I don't want to keep us here for long. You just basically explain everything you need to know about Web3. Then you write a little code, not something so difficult that you would start, because that's not why we're here. We're here to the analysis. So you just write a little code just so that you can understand why data is the way it is, where it's coming from, and all that. And then from there, we're then going to the partnership with Dune Africa, where people from the Dune Africa team will come and teach you on how to use them. So again, nothing too complicated at first, and there's going to be an advancement class after this, but nothing too complicated. It's going to just get you ready to the point where if this cohort is the last time we see you, we know that you're okay and ready to go. Then we're going to teach you how to use Dune, how to write queries, how to do dashboards. People who are going to teach you are people who have worked in the space. Like I said, nobody here is just nobody, none of the mentors here are just random people. There are people who have actually spent time in the space and gotten a name for themselves here. So we're able to reach out to them and they are willing to teach you guys for the duration of it. So please, after I would advise to get close to your mentors, especially people in the Dune Africa team when it's time. I'll ask to get close to them. Also get close to your technical writing teacher because I know after a technical writing class, if you also want to continue and learn more as an analyst because you need the skill, she's very open. Her name will come up when it's time, but she will teach you everything you need to learn. Then for Dune African team, just going to cover up Dune and basically teach you how to use everything you need to learn how to use. So by the time we're done with the classes, you're going to do the project for yourself. Now, this project could be anything. We'll let you decide what you want to do over the course of the cohort as you keep learning, you begin to understand more of what is supposed to be. So I can't really tell you what you should do right now. I'll just say that you can secure the project. Along the line, you understand it better. So let me not uh, spoil it. But you read a project. Within the duration of reading the project, which we allocated it to be 2 weeks, you also have meetings with people who have won bounties or have done whatever they've done on the Web3 analytics space. There's somebody on the call right now who has won, it is 17-time bounty winner. I don't want to call his name, but I'm sure he's hearing this. It's 17-time bounty winner. I just saw one that you won a few days ago, videos. I'm not forgotten. I didn't message you, but we'll talk about that one later. He is going to also help come and talk to you guys about his experience and how to build and what to build and everything. So it's just going to give you the ability to be able to search out things for yourself, do your research, and get everything that you need to get. So there's always going to be an advancement class, and there's a whole lot more for you after this cohort for those of you who stay to the end. But right now, let's focus on the people who are available right now. Let's focus on the people that we have right now. So when we're done with the classes, let's see where life takes us now, right? Um, yeah, so that is all for the partnership with Dune Africa and Bitech. Are there any questions you'd like to ask? If there is, just put up your hands. Okay, so I can't see any hand being put up. Okay, so I'm guessing we're all clear, right? If you're all clear, please send an emoji so that I can show you're following. Okay, are there physical classes or just YouTube? It's going to be on YouTube. Or is that the class actually on Google Meet? Then the class will be uploaded to YouTube in case you miss the class. However, if you're going to miss the class, for the sake of accountability, I'll prefer it if you just send me a message so that we know that okay, you're not going to be available. Again, it's not like it's anything that's deep, but please, we just want to know if everything is okay, so that we'll not start worrying about you. So it's going to be on Google Meet. However, if you are in Kaduna at the moment and you want to meet me physically so that we can, work together physically or learn together physically, please just, my name is, let me type out my name on Twitter so that you can reach out to me. Um, this is my Twitter handle and this is my phone number. Okay, so please just text me so that we can talk about where to meet and how we're going to go about it. So what's the duration of the bootcamp? The duration is about 11 weeks. Just holding from, please just message me, right, on Twitter or WhatsApp so we can talk about that. Um, the, the, the bootcamp supposed to be 11 weeks, right? However, the cap, 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 or what I have forgotten how to pronounce it, but your final project is going to take 2 weeks. So everything is approximately 13 weeks. Are they going to any kind of certificate after the classes? Yes, there will be a certificate issued to you, right? And also, because those certificates are important, the most important thing about any cohort is your portfolio, which are going to help you set up. Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to be asked when you are about to apply for a job. Those certificates is very important, which we will give you. Your portfolio is what I'm mostly interested about. But please, certificate is important for me. I'm not saying it's not important, it's very important. Any other questions? Is it all, is Web3 all about coding? No, it's not all about coding actually. There's everything in Web3. There is design in Web3. There is technical writing in Web3. There's trading in Web3. There's also coding in Web3. I think Web3 is actually 40% about coding, that's because even the people who code, okay, at the end of the day, somebody has to use the product, right? People get paid for playing games in Web3. It's a very crazy thing. Can you do technical writing without knowing the coding part? Yes, you can. However, I would not advise it. The reason is you're going to write about what people are building, what people what's the word, what people are building basically, who's being written and all. Sometimes my have to write a bit.md, it's a GitHub word for companies, right? If you don't know anything about coding, can you write it? Yes, you can, but it's never really a bad thing to just know a little of it. It's not like we're going to go into deep into coding, no, just the basics, simple stuff, basically. It's not something so technical. But yes, you can do technical writing without knowing the coding part. But from my experience, emphasis on my experience, I would not advise it. Any other questions? You can unmute your mic and speak if you want to. What other part does not involve coding? There's a whole lot actually, and it's so, like I said, Web3. There's everything in Web3, and it's so infinite. I cannot name everything. I can only name a few. I can only name a few. So yeah, so I think you should actually do some, or we can talk more if you would like after this call. I don't want to keep everybody here for too long. Then we can talk more about it. How does one access Web3? We're going to help you do that. That's the entire point of this cohort, so that we can onboard you into the Web3 space. Um, as whatever you want to come into. So that's the point of this. That's the point of this meeting. This cohort is if alongside the cohort you feel like you want to learn more or you want to learn something or anything you want to learn, please let me know. I believe I'll know a person or two that can help. So please, again, it's a community. Community is just I like the community as a couple of friends just hanging out. So please, like I said, let's be with each other. If whatever is a problem, just let me know and we can solve it together. Okay, but Nkechi, please, I would like us to talk more after this call if you're okay. A little later in the evening. Or if you can send me a message on any of these things I sent so that we can talk more. Thank you very much. So please, is there any other thing you would like to ask? Should I call names? Someone let me inside. I said, should I call? Okay. So yeah. Thank you all for coming. I don't know. There's nobody has anything to say, right? Um, okay, George, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much, Indy, for that. Pretty nice one. I think it was very clear. That's why there is not so many questions and so on. All right. So I don't know if maybe you could just introduce some of the mentors so that the students can know them and who to expect. And also, in terms of the bootcamps, I think it's supposed to start next week, right? Because you
Yeah.
didn't make reference to that.
Starting next week Tuesday, sorry, by 12. It could be said to be available by 12.
Oh, okay. And Saturday still stands for Dev. So, right.
Yes. Yeah, I forgot to add, there's also going to be a dev hour session, right? Where you just come and basically discuss with everybody. Any issues you're having, you can bring it up there. If it's life issues, whatever, it doesn't necessarily have to be code related. Anything that's going on your journey, bring it up, and either us or any other person on the call would assist with that. These assignments, you have sub mentors that will also be on the call to assist. Basically, you just come and just interact one on one. Basically, that's just about it. So, as for the mentors, they were supposed to be on this call. However, there's actually a lot of events happening today at the moment, and they are the ones hosting a lot of the event, so they could not make it, right? But I think they will see more of them when it's time for the cohort. They're very nice people. Don't worry, you're going to have fun with them. Okay, and there is also Joe that also dropped a link for the WhatsApp group chat. Um, yes, so please join that if you can, so that we can you can help communicate with you easier. That would be really helpful. So, okay, what's your Twitter handle? Okay, so my Twitter handle is, let me type it out again. Yes, you would see when you type the name, you see somebody um you see somebody with this name as his name is Indy with a laptop emoji or somebody using a laptop, right? Just a very small Indy with a laptop emoji and then an AI generated um wallpaper display picture and then for the cover art you see Lionel Messi holding the World Cup. Sorry, I'm asking you to this picture so you know so yeah, seen it. Okay, no problem. So, please, I really hope to interact more with you. Please, if there's anything, don't hesitate to message me. Please, I really look forward to interacting with everybody. I know that naturally you will not be free immediately because, well, everybody wants to be formal, but I believe that along the line, at the end of this course, we should end it as friends, not necessarily, I don't know if you understand what I'm going to do. If it's a community, right, feel free and feel free to send messages and all. Thank you very much for this call. Thank you all for attending. I really hope to see more of you after. I really hope to see more of you after this. I really hope to interact with you more. Okay, so please, guys, on Tuesday. Okay, you raised your hand. Please go ahead. Who raised their hand? Did they want to speak? Okay, well, that's it. So I get up, see more of you. Everybody, please take care of yourselves. Have a very nice day. Nice speaking with you all. Nice speaking with you, George. Nice speaking with you, Web3 PO in KT. Nice speaking with you, John. Uh, Bye. Take care.
India, I think there's a hand up, so you could probably take that
Say a
question.
hand up. Okay, no problem. Please, what's the question? Or you know what, Crypto Prof, if you can message me privately, that would be a lot better since I've given my phone number and everything for everybody to reach me privately. All right. I think any more questions? I think it's let's not keep everybody here. Right. So thank you very much. Have a nice day, everyone.
All right, so have a nice day, everyone.